Yes, good morning, children. Today we will continue with the chapter magnetic effect of electric current. Okay. Now, what is the electric current? We have already learned. What do you mean by electric current? Electric current is the flow of electric charges. Okay, means flow of electric charges are the electrons, which are negatively charged particles, and they are in motion when current is flowing in a wire. Okay, so electric current is the flow of electric charges, and electric charges means what? Negatively charged particles, or they can be seen as electrons. So electrons are in motion when current is flowing in a wire. Okay, now we are having three types of effects of electric current. One is heating effect, second one is chemical effect, and the third one is the magnetic effect. Okay, heating effect we all know. When current passes through a wire, it heats up the wire. Okay, एक wire रहेगा, a wire is there. When current is passing through that wire, what it will happen? It heats up the wire. This is called the heating effect of current. Example, bulb. When we switch on the bulb, okay, what it will happen? The electric current passes through the filament, tungsten filament. Tungsten filament is there, which gets heated up and it glows. Okay, bulb जो अपना yellow bulb रहता है ना, that one I am talking. Okay, everyone has seen that bulb. So when current passes through that bulb, the tungsten filament gets heated up. The filament is their small wire which is in the form of curl. Okay, when filament and it gets heated up and it glows. Glows means it will give the light to us. Now, what is the chemical effect of electric current? You know, we have seen the heating effect, and second one is the chemical effect. Example for the chemical effect is the electrolysis. Let us take the example of electrolysis. When electric current is passed through a compound to decompose it into simpler substances. Okay, for example, electrolysis of water. When in water, when electric current is passed on, it gets decomposed into simpler substances in the form of hydrogen and oxygen ions. Okay, that is your electrolysis. So electric current passes a chemical reaction over here. Okay, now we will learn about the magnetic effect. This chapter belongs to the magnetic effect of the current. Okay, magnetism was known since ancient times. It is very old. It was invented at very old years. Okay, but electricity was discovered in 1700s. In 1820, Ørsted discovered an interesting phenomena. What that phenomena is? In his experiment, he used a wire and magnetic compass. What is a magnetic compass? Magnetic compass is in the form of a circular form. It is having a small needle in which in the middle a tiny magnet is there. Okay. So magnetic compass which is having a tiny magnet in the middle, and it is only deflected by a magnetic field. When you keep a magnet in near to this compass, then this deflection will be there. Okay, when you move the object from the compass, then there will be no deflection. It shows that the magnetism over here. Okay, so in his experiment he took a straight wire. Okay, At that end, he kept the compass near to the wire. There is no deflection. And when he switch on the wire, then current is passing through the wire. There comes a deflection. What does it mean? What does it mean? That this wire is containing magnetism around it, and then again when he switch off the current, then there is no deflection. So when there is no current, there is no deflection in the compass, and when there is current, there is a deflection. Okay, so he observed that when it is switch off, there is no current in the wire, the needle is in north south direction, and when switch is on, there is a deflection in the wire. So he concluded that when current is flowing in the wire, it behaves like a magnet. What this compass tells us, when you keep it near the object, iron object, okay, it will deflect because there is a magnet. Okay, then what he has concluded, that when current is flowing in the wire, it behaves like a magnet. Okay, now a current carrying wire creates a magnetic field around it, and this is called the magnetic effect of electric current. So this current carrying wire, this wire is having the flow of current. It creates a magnetic field around the wire. So we can say that this is the magnetic effect of electric current, or we can say it as electromagnetism. Okay, can magnetism produce electricity? Yes, children. Yes, an electric generator works on this process and produces electricity for us. Electricity produces magnetism, and magnetism produces electricity. Okay, now we will learn further about it. We know that current carrying conductor produces magnetic field. Okay, now you will be learn there are different shapes of magnetic field. The shape of magnetic field depends on the shape of the current carrying conductor. Okay, conductors of different shape. It can be a straight wire, a wire in the form of a circular loop, and a wire can be having number of turns, and that number of turns wire is known as solenoid. Solenoid looks like a spring. You have seen the spring in pens, jotter pens are there, TikTok pens. There a small spring is there. So solenoid looks like a spring. Okay, now we will see a straight wire. A straight wire having current. When a current is passing through the straight wire from bottom to top. Okay, number of circular loops, concentric circular loops are formed around the wire. That is your magnetic field. Okay, when current is passing through a wire, number of concentric circular loops are formed, which tells the magnetic field. Near the wire, it is very strong, and as you go further, the magnetic field becomes very weak. Okay, how can we know the shape of the magnetic field? How can we know? By iron fillings and magnetic compass. In my earlier video, I told about these two, iron fillings and the magnetic compass. We get the shape. It is moving from north to south direction. Okay. So now magnetic fields are having certain direction, and they are marked with arrows. Okay, we are using the Maxwell right hand rule, or okay, this is a right hand rule. See here, wire is there, current is flowing through the wire from bottom to top, and around it concentric magnetic field is produced. Now how can we say that the magnetic is flowing from which direction, right to left or left to right, or we can say clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Okay, let us learn. This is a very important question. In the board also it comes that what is the direction of a straight wire when the current is flowing from bottom to top or top to bottom. This year it has asked about the circular loop. Okay, so we will learn through Maxwell's right hand rule. It is the conventional direction of the current. What it tells, you just keep your right hand in the direction of the current. Okay, and you curl your hand. Right hand thumb is in the direction of the current and you are curling your hand. Now what it happens, the current is flowing in this direction, right, from left to right, or we can say it as anti-clockwise. Okay, magnetic field are in the direction of anti-clockwise. So when the current is flowing from top to bottom, earlier was bottom to top, it is anti-clockwise direction, and now for the magnetic field, now for the current flowing from top to bottom, what will be its magnetic field, what will be its direction? It will be clockwise direction, from right to left. Okay, you keep your right thumb in the direction of the current and you just curl your fingers. Then you will be knowing in which direction the magnetic field is moving. Okay, current carrying wire behaves like a magnet. Now tell me the question, why we don't notice magnetism for wires? Suppose you are charging your mobile, wire is there, okay, and you are having the U pins near that wire. Can it get fixed to that wire? U pins get fixed to the wire? No. Why? Because the magnetic field created by the wire is very weak. Okay. So if you want to have a strong magnetic field, we need high amount of current to be passed through the wire. Okay. It means that magnetic field is directly proportional to the current. When you are having more current, then magnetic field will be stronger. If your current is less, then magnetic field will be weak. Magnetic field, the symbol of magnetic field will be B. We take it B. So B is directly proportional to the I. Okay. Now how does the magnetic field change based on the distance from the wire? Okay. Now magnetic field, the strength of the magnetic field is inversely proportional to the distance from the wire. Yes children, magnetic field strength is inversely proportional to the distance from the wire. Greater the distance from the wire, weaker is the magnetic field. Okay, I hope you have understood. Now we will go further. We have seen the straight wire में magnetic field किस direction में form होता है, we have learned. Now we will learn in the circular loop. Circular loop means a wire is there and it is been in the, we have turned the wire into circular form. Now how can we say the in which direction the magnetic field is moving? magnetic field of a circular loop is stronger than that of a straight wire. स्ट्रेट वायर से स्ट्रॉन्गर तुम्हारा सर्कुलर लूप रहता है. वाई? बिकॉज circular loop is having the concentric circles on the left side and the right side, everywhere it is there. Okay, and the sum of this magnetic field makes the wire stronger, makes the what we say magnetic field stronger. The sum of the magnetic fields around the circular loop makes it stronger. So next, how can we increase the strength of magnetic field at the center of the loop? By increasing the current. We know that magnetic field is directly proportional to the amount of current in the loop. Okay. Now if I say that if I am, what will affect, what will be the magnetic field if there are 5 loops? We have learned about the one loop. Okay. If suppose there are 5 loops like that, what it will happen? The magnetic field will increase by 5 times stronger. Okay, since all magnetic fields will add up. It means that if there are n loops, then magnetic field is n times stronger. See here children, magnetic field of a single wire is stronger than the straight wire. Okay, so if I increase the number of circles, this is one, like this blue one I have drawn, like this 5 different circular loops are there, then their magnetic field will be more stronger than the single wire. Okay, it means that if n number of loops are there, then the magnetic field will be n times stronger. What does it mean? That magnetic field is directly proportional to the number of turns. Okay. Now, current carrying circular wire behaves like thin disc magnet. What we are talking, that a wire is having a magnetic field. From wire we can find out which is north, which is south. Okay. But when the wire is in the circular form, then how can we say that which one is the north pole and which one is the south pole? Okay, it is just like it is just like a disc magnet. Disc magnet, I think you have seen in the fridge. Some pictures are there, and behind that one magnet, disc magnet is being sticked, pasted, and that magnet we used to keep it on the fridge, like shapes of animals, shapes of fruits, like that. Okay, so in the disc magnet, one side, this magnet is let us think that this magnet is just like a coin. A coin is having 2 faces, one is head, another one is tail. In the same way, one portion is your north pole and the other side will be your south pole. Okay, so on one side of the disc is the north pole and the other side of the disc is the south pole. So one side of the current carrying circular loop is the north pole and the other side is the south pole. Now tell me, how do we know that which side is north pole and which side is the south pole? If your circular loop is here, now we are saying that one side is the north pole and the other side is the south pole. So how can you say? Here in the circular loop, we will use the clock face rule. Okay, what is this clock face rule? When the direction of the magnetic field is in the clockwise direction, okay, clockwise direction from right to left, then it is a south pole. In the circular loop I am telling, है ना? And when the direction of the current is from left to right, the current is flowing in the direction of left to right, then it is known as anti-clockwise direction. Okay, when anti-clockwise, when the magnetic field is moving in the anti-clockwise direction, then it is said to be in the north pole. Clockwise direction, south pole. and anti-clockwise in the north pole. Okay, anti ka n resembles the north pole. This is a simple small trick to know. How we know that the circular loop is clockwise or anti-clockwise? First of all, by the direction of the arrows, and another one is anti-n means the north pole in the circular loop. Now next is our solenoid. What is solenoid? Solenoid is the wire which is having number of turns, n turns. Okay, just like it, solenoid looks like a spring. So we can say that it is a long coil made up of insulated copper wire containing a large number of turns. A simple wire having number of turns is known as solenoid, and each turn है ना, in the solenoid is a current carrying circular loop. Each of the turns in the solenoid is a current carrying circular loop. Okay, so number of circular loops are there, so the magnetic field is stronger than other straight wire or the circular loop, single circular loop. So we can say that, so each circular loop is producing a magnetic field around it. The magnetic field of all these turns add up and make a strong magnetic field of the solenoid. Okay, see here, the current is flowing from north to south direction. It is just behaving like a bar magnet. See children, it behaves like a bar magnet. Then how can we determine which end is north one and which end is the south one, which is in the solenoid, which is the north pole and which is the south pole? Now again we are using the clock face rule. If suppose from this end, we don't know that it is south, okay, from this end, if we see the flow of magnetic field is in the clockwise direction, okay, so it is the south pole. Now from the other end, if we see the flow of current, the flow of magnetic field, then it will be in the anti-clockwise direction. As I said, that is in the form of circular loops. Then anti-n is the north pole. Anti-clockwise means north pole. Clockwise means south pole, the direction of the magnetic field. So we can say that when the magnetic field is moving from north to south direction, inside the solenoid there is uniform magnetic field from south to north. It just behaves like a bar magnet. In my earlier class, I told about the bar magnet. Inside the bar magnet, it moves from south to north, and outside the bar magnet, the magnetic field is from north to south. Okay. Now how can we change the strength of the magnetic field of a solenoid? Very easy answer, by increasing the strength of the current, by increasing the number of turns of the solenoid, and we can place a soft iron rod as the core, in the solenoid. Now this soft iron has the property of magnetize. Soft iron has a property to magnetize easily, and it increases the strength of the magnetic field. So this solenoid plus soft iron is equals to the electromagnet. Solenoid plus soft iron core is equals to the electromagnet. Now this electromagnet definition, how can we define? Electromagnets made using a long insulated copper wire wrapped around a soft iron core. See here, electromagnet made using a long insulated copper wire wrapped around a soft iron core. Okay. Example for the electromagnet is electric bell, MRI machines, etc. Okay. This is electromagnet. Another one is the permanent magnet. So we have learned about the electromagnet. Now we are learning the permanent magnets. What do you mean by permanent magnets? Regular magnets which we get in the fridge magnets, it gets in our toy magnets, microphones, loudspeakers. These are the permanent magnets. Now these permanent magnets are made up of steel and alloys such as carbon steel, chromium steel, or alnico. Alnico is a combination of aluminium, nickel and cobalt. Okay. So now we will differentiate between the permanent magnet and the electromagnet. Permanent magnet, in this permanent magnet, magnetism is permanent unless it is damaged. Unless it is damaged means it is beaten or it break into pieces. Unless the magnetism is permanent. Okay. In electromagnet, magnetism is temporary and can be switched on off. Switched on off means when we switch on the plug, the current flows in the wire, magnetic fields are formed. Okay. When we switch off, then there is no magnetic field around the wire, coil, solenoid, anything we can say. So magnetism is temporary. Now second point is the strength of the permanent magnet is weaker, but the strength of the electromagnet is stronger. Strength can't be changed. Here if we take the example of fridge magnet, we can't change the strength of the magnet which we are using in the fridge. But in electromagnet we can change by changing the number of turns, or we can say the number of the amount of current. We can change the strength of the electromagnet. Another one is in permanent magnet, polarity is fixed, means north south pole is fixed. But in electromagnetism, polarity can be changed. We can change the north south direction of the electromagnet. Okay. Now the last question, how can the polarity of an electromagnet be changed? How can we change? Here I said that we can change the polarity of the electromagnet can be changed. But how can you change the polarity? By changing the direction of current. By changing the direction of current, we can change the direction of the magnetic field in the electromagnet. I think you have understood.